So last night, I did not go to bed until almost 2 o'clock because somebody was scratching and whining and shaking his head. He's been shaking his head a ton and scratching his right ear. So there's like some dust and debris in there. We'll just wipe that off. Last Tuesday and Wednesday, we were out in the desert and we let the dogs loose on the trails out there and just let them run in the desert sand. So I think that from that, he ended up getting ear mites in his right ear because he has been to the point where he whines when he scratches his ear now. So I got out of bed, I mixed a 50-50 solution of 3% hydrogen peroxide with water. I just did a tablespoon of peroxide, a tablespoon of water, soaked cotton swab, like cotton balls in it, and then went in and cleaned his ears out. So he was okay with it for the most part until I got like really deep in his ear canal, because you could tell that like it was a little bit more tender. But we are at Petco right now. We just finished a quick 2-mile run. It's unusually warm right now. The sun is like beaming down. But we're gonna run inside and I'm gonna get like solution to clean his ear out. I've never dealt with ear mites before. But they say like you clean the ear out. He has not scratched since I cleaned his ear out last night, which is awesome. He still shakes his head, but no scratching. But this little guy, his ears need some loving. So, all right. Okay. So they've got ear wipes, which might work. Ear relief wash for clean dog ears. There's so much. What you doing? Are you sniffing cat treats? Because it looks like you're sniffing cat treats. Are you tapping out on me? You tapping out? Tired of mama shopping? This is what I ended up buying. It's an ear care kit. It has the ear and mite treatment and the cleaner. This was like one of the better looking boxes, which is a little concerning because when I opened it, that's what that looked like. So my first thought is like, did someone bleed all over this? No, looking at the ingredients, it's water, it's isopropyl alcohol, it's salicylic acid, and then it's oil of eucalyptus, which that explains. Is this the ear cleaner? Oh, this is the ear mite treatment. Okay, I was gonna say, I was trying to think of what was actually poisonous. But in this one, it's the cleaner, but it has dye, red dye number 40 and blue number 1 and yellow. Like, why are there dyes in this? So I'm probably not gonna use this. I don't know why there's dye in it. This is mainly what I wanted though. Just don't let him eat it. Using tobacco or using the toilet. What? Okay. Let's do this. It says, apply 10 drops to each ear to make sure it penetrates the wax down to the surrounding tissue, but it doesn't say to soak it back up again. It says don't eat it or use while pooping.
Paranga, sit.
It's the other ear. Come here, baby. He is so not.
Parang.
Paranga, iwa.
Come here.
Come here. Iwa. Come here. Maybe we should grab him a treat. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Yes, it's a trap. Yes, it's a trap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have the treat. Go ahead. Take the treat. Good boy. Okay, now let's do the ear canal thing. You've been so abused today, I know. Maybe I should lay you down for this. Come here, let's lay down. You wanna lay down? like, Mom. Okay, ready? I'm gonna move your foot. Move your foot. Thank you. Ready? I know we did this last night. Thank you. Oh. I know. You gonna hold that open for me? Oh.
Did you get any in?
I did. All of it went in, but there's no way to count drops. It was just like squirt. I know. Feels weird. Fine. We're fine. He's like, Mom, I hate you. Oh. Several treats later. Are you okay? No permanent damage? No permanent damage? No, is all forgiven? No, not quite. Just casually. Oh boy. So we are headed to the grocery store. We'll check on the puppies when we get back. He was still shaking his head, which I feel like is just the water being in his ear. That's really weird that you just squeeze it into the ear and let it sit without, like 10 minutes later, soak it with a cotton swab or something like that. Or a cotton ball, but we'll see. We'll check it on tonight, and tonight I'm gonna clean it again with the peroxide and water solution and clean up all the extra stuff that's in there, because you can still see like the red crusty blood in there. But we'll check back in a couple hours when we get home. So the dogs are outside. We've cleaned up part of it, but this is what's left. While we were gone, they ate a loaf of bread and chewed up my Halloween lights. So it is almost 1 o'clock the following day, but there isn't like explicit instructions on this set. Oh, Thor. I've got the carpet cleaner out. And Thor is, he's got a thing with vacuums. But this ear care kit doesn't actually come with instructions. So you figure that you need to clean it first, clean the ear out, clean it really well, using the solution that for some reason has coloring in it, and then go in with the ear and mite treatment. So ever since I cleaned his ears with the hydrogen peroxide 2 nights ago, he has not scratched. Towards later on in the evening, like when we came home, he started shaking his head again. And then today, probably like 30 minutes ago, for the first time since the incident before I used the hydrogen peroxide solution, he went to scratch his ears again. So I am going to try using the ear cleaning solution out of this. Let that sit. Apparently what you do is you fill the ear canal with the solution, let it sit to like dissolve the earwax and all the gunk and all that stuff. And then like massage it around like the base of their ear so it gets all in there, and then you soak it back up with like a cotton ball, and then you go in with the ear and mite treatment. So I'm gonna try that today. The ear and mite treatment can be used, they said, like once or twice a day for a week to like kill existing ticks, mites. So we'll see. That's what we're gonna do. Hopefully he doesn't freak out, but I feel like filling his ear with a solution is not going to go well. We'll just see. Don't knock that over. So, I'm armed with a pocket full of dog treats. Hi, ass, come here. Come here. You want that? Oh, hi, Thor. I have all the treats. Yeah. Got one for you. Good boy. And I've got one for you. Good boy. Resist. Good boy. Now Now you stop. And now you smell the treats. Good boy. That is enough. Normally he's really good, especially if it's like a one-time thing, but he's had so much go in and out of his ear in the last couple of days, like between being cleaned with the hydrogen peroxide solution at 2 o'clock in the morning, to having the drops put in yesterday. I know. You're just like, Mom, why do you keep doing this? Look at your toenails. That, and we cut his toenails yesterday. Both of them got their toenails cut. So Thor has gotten really good about that, but Parani is still a big crybaby. So I only take a very, very little amount at a time because I can't tell if it's actually too much or not when I clip them. So he's gone through a lot. Ear treatments, toenails, and we've been running a lot on concrete, so I've been treating his paw pads with my paw balm. I'll link that in the description down below, but because we've been doing so much asphalt running, his paws are getting tender. So, I know, baby. We're just gonna sit here for just a minute. Yeah. For just a minute. Yeah. Now it's tender. I know. Oh yeah. Hey, stop. I know that feels. Hey, stop. I know that. Just. You're fine, honey. Put your head down. I know. If you don't stop, you're gonna have to go to the vet and they're gonna sedate you. Now stop. So long story short, that did not work. So I'm gonna mix up hydrogen peroxide. He is much more receptive to that. Yeah, you are. Okay, so he was much more receptive to this solution last time. It's just a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide and a tablespoon of water. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Get over. Come here. Come here. Got a treat. Got a treat. Yeah, good boy. Oh, good boy. No, let me do your other nail. Or at least not really scratching, but let's get the outside of that. Come on. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you forgive me? Do you forgive me? That's fine, you can shake. So, I'm gonna try to zoom in to see if you can see his face on that, because that was adorable. He had one eye closed, but like, that's the first one, and then that's the second one. The second one's still pretty clean. That side was a little dirty, but that side got all the gunk out. Oh! You just hit your head on the wall? Come here. Come here, baby. Oh. No. No. You don't want to come? Thor is staying far away. He doesn't want me touching it. No. No. I wonder if I can Oh, you can kind of see it. There you go. See how it's red right there? Oh yeah, that's tender. That's tender. Good boy. Yeah, you holding Mama's hand? You holding Mama's hand? His ear's a little bit damp from the peroxide solution. But he's starting to hold his head like slightly cocked. I think that's just because there's stuff in his ear still. I don't know. If we can't get this to go. So I take Parangi to like a local small vet here in like the Reno Sparks area. They're located in Sparks. But for those of you that know, my puppy has racked up 5 digits conservatively of medical bills over the last year and a half. So I'm trying to do what I can to not take him in. But I don't think this one's going to really be an option. I think I might need to take him in. The only thing, though, is pet insurance. So we have pet insurance on Thor. Thor has had one major surgery, like what I would consider a major surgery, and it like definitely paid for itself. Parangi has had major surgery and then is in and out because of all these different things. I don't know if it's just because of what we're exposed to out here. I don't really know why he's so susceptible to getting ill or injured, or if I'm just a terrible pet parent and can't treat the basic things. Like the last time we went in was for his cough that he had. They did give him like cough suppressant and antibacterial stuff, antibiotics, that's the word I'm looking for. And the time before that we went in because somehow he got a laceration, a cut between his toes, and he licked it so much that his whole paw was raw, like literally licked all the fur off. It was a terrible hot spot, which is why we have the hot spot medication, like the spray, and then the wound and infection medication. So with that, I paid like $150 for the vet to take a look at it. It was closer to $200. It was like $250 because they sedated him because of how tender it was, shaved back the fur on his paw, took a look to make sure that there weren't like foxtails or anything in it. It was fine, which was good, but it was like, I've been so like jumping the gun to take him into the vet every time that easily in the last 6 months, he's been to the vet 3 times for non-scheduled appointments. That's easily been over $500 just in visit, not in medication that they've prescribed. So he's an expensive little puppy. And I was trying to figure out if we could do this at home, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. I just got off the phone with the vet. I have an appointment set up for him for 10:30 tomorrow morning. I have to be at work tomorrow at 1, so I should have just enough time to like take him into the vet and then get into work. Oh. It's just people. It's fine. Oop. It's 3 weeks later. It's Wednesday. That is my loaf. And we've got our follow-up vet appointment in about an hour. When we went to the vet 3 weeks ago, I recorded footage afterwards, and it like got corrupted on my phone. But long story short, he had an ear infection in both ears. The left ear, the one that was the primary concern, was much worse than the right, but the vet swabbed both ears and it turned up positive for an infection in both. So she put like this really thick, gooey stuff into his ears. He has not been able to have a bath in 3 weeks, but $300 later, we've got our follow-up appointment today to make sure everything is okay. We don't know the cause of the infection. I asked this at the appointment. And the answers that she gave, so one answer she didn't give, but through my extensive Google searching, mites, ear mites, when they scratch their ears, can cause a secondary infection. So we've treated both ears with the ear mite stuff, but we didn't do anything for infections. So that's one theory. That is my current theory, because theories 2 and 3, she said stress at home causes infections. She said that the vet said that if a dog is super stressed, you can see sometimes they'll get like bladder infections or they'll get ear infections or things along those lines. So she asked me to evaluate how he was here at home, which there hasn't been any changes, so I don't really consider that a viable source of his infection. And then probability number 3 is dirty water, as if he's gone swimming at any point in time recently in dirty water and the water got into his ears. So stress and dirty water, I rule out. He hasn't gone swimming in a while. The only thing is he was out in the desert running around in dry sand, so unless something flew up out of the sand and got into his ears. So it could have been dirt and debris. I'm not saying that it had to have been mites. They did a physical check. They went in and looked into both of his ears to make sure there wasn't like a foxtail or something actually physically in his ears. His ears were fine. So it's, like I said, it's a bit of a mystery, but it just goes to show the importance of, in my personal opinion, to try to take care of it at home, but never dismissing medical care. We'll go in for the follow-up today. We'll make sure that he's good, but nothing can trump or replace the ease of mind of actually getting them checked out at the vet. So we'll see how his appointment goes, and I will let you guys know afterwards.
Is this for cash? Okay.
These birds are so cool. They talk. Do you want a treat?
So it's about 360.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Nope. Let's see if I can get some whole ones. Enza? Good boy. Yeah.
And then I would.
Hi, Murray.
So if we require.
Yeah. Or through biometrics, they took his temperature, they took his pulse, his heart rate, his weight, all that stuff. They just swabbed his ears, and he did so good. So now we're waiting on the cytology results to see if there's any infection left. Yeah. And then we'll be good to go. It looked like there was a little residue from his left ear swab. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's still a little infection, but we'll see. Yeah. Well, so we are all done. Appointment number 2. Total was 129. And he still has trace amounts of the infection. So they gave him another dosage of the little ear goo. And we've got another follow-up in 3 weeks. So it'll be December 18th that we're coming back. The vet said that without the microscope, she wouldn't be able to tell that they were still infected. So tremendous improvement from 3 weeks ago, but still no baths. So today we'll give him the waterless shampoo bath. We're going to head for a walk here shortly, but for now, we're going to come into Healthy Hounds and let him pick out a post-vet snack or a little treat or a toy or whatever he wants to get. So that way, the vet appointment isn't fully traumatizing. Do you smell something? Do you smell what you want? Happy dog face. So we left. I bought him 2 little yak chews, which are his favorite. So I am gonna stash those. But we gonna go eat sushi and then go for a walk at the marina because someone was a good boy. Look at all that goo in his ears. You know, all that goo in your ears. You see that? It's kind of gross looking. All right, sushi time. Bye. Come on. Don't be weird. The marina looks gorgeous tonight. Are you gonna poop? Oh yeah. Let me pick this up real quick. Okay. Poop is tossed. PSA, if you have a pet, pick up their poop. There is nothing worse than stepping in dog poop or having Parangi try eating some other dog's turd because someone didn't pick up their poop in a public area. Now he's stopping to pee. It's one thing if you're like on a like BLM land or like a public trail out in nature, then don't waste the bag. Like I for one am a huge proponent on not using single waste plastic. Come on. But in highly trafficked areas like a public marina, like pick up your dog's poop. With Thanksgiving here and Christmas around the corner, I keep seeing advertisements online for pets that got purchased as a present. And then they're a lot of work, especially high energy dogs. They're a lot of work. They're a lot of work. They take a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of money. And I'm not saying the love and companionship of a pet is only for people that can afford it. Like that's not what I'm trying to say at all. But pet ownership is a privilege and it's something that you have to prioritize. I think I've had like first time parent syndrome where I've taken him to the vet for everything. Like he sprained his paw, let's go to the vet. So I just loop back around to where there's some more light before I finish this. But if you are gonna get a pet, be mindful of the fact that you are consciously choosing to take under your care another living being. That is not a responsibility to take lightly. That is not a task to take lightly. Pet insurance does help. Pet insurance, I could have paid for probably 5 years of insurance and the amount that I've spent on him so far. But even just this year. But that's live and learn for me. So hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. Get pet insurance. Hopefully you won't ever need it. But if you're like me and have a wild, goofy, loving dog like this, you're gonna need it. But I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's a responsibility not to take lightly, and it is our responsibility to do what we can to give them the best quality of life possible. They're not disposable, they're not accessories, they're not trinkets, they're not something that you get just to have and then when it's out of fashion you get rid of it. They're not toys. They are living beings, they're living creatures that deserve respect and love and as much care and as we can possibly give them. So with that and my $500, my puppy's ears should be good, but yeah, he's doing good. He will be good, he'll be fine. Yeah. I hope as we go into this holiday season that we can count our blessings. For me, I am extremely thankful that I have him in my life. He is my best friend. So, as the holidays roll around, let us give thanks. And I hope you guys have a happy, warm holiday season. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.